Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are listening to the Thai Expat Daily Show. I'm your host, Kieran Mack. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And let's just jump into today. Koh Samui gets ready to reopen on July 1. Popular tourist destination Koh Samui is ready to reopen on July 1 after tourists have been kept away for several months to curb COVID-19 infections. Ratchaporn Punsawas, president of the Koh Samui Tourism Promotion Association, said some 50% or 57,000 of Samui residents have been inoculated. We need to vaccinate another 36,000 people to ensure 70% of the population is inoculated to achieve herd immunity, he said. Next month, Koh Samui can reopen to tourists under the Samui Sealed model, in which tourists who have tested negative for COVID-19 can stay in a hotel and enjoy the beaches for 7 days. Tourists wanting to stay beyond the initial 7 days will be tested again via the swab or PCR method. If they test negative again, they will be allowed to travel within Koh Samui as well as hop over to Koh Phangan and Koh Tao. On Tuesday, June 8, the association will call on the Tourism and Sports Ministry and the CCSA to come with suitable measures to reopen Koh Samui, he said. We believe the CCSA will allow flights to Samui, which will significantly boost tourism in the area. So, this story seems somewhat incomplete because it doesn't mention if it's for international tourists or domestic. And then it kind of insinuates that you can just go to the beach and stay at a hotel for 7 days, but if you want to do that, go into Samui itself and visit the different areas, you have to stay 7 days, get another PCR test, and then they'll allow you to do that. Seems very odd and peculiar. Hopefully the story is wrong because it does seem a bit silly. But moving on then to another story, which is about the northern city of Chiang Mai. And Chiang Mai seeks to reopen on August 1. Officials in Chiang Mai have been hard at work learning from Phuket's tourism sandbox model so the northern province can also reopen to fully vaccinated tourists. Phuket is preparing to open its doors to vaccinated visitors on July 1 and tourist-dependent Chiang Mai wants to follow suit a month later. A wide range of businesses, airlines, hotels, tour guides and restaurants are struggling to stay afloat in the absence of tourism revenue, and the government hopes the Sandbox program will be a shot in the arm for the ailing sector. Narong Tanwanuwat, deputy chairman of the Thai Chamber of Commerce's Economic Development Committee in the North, said Chiang Mai could ill afford to allow its fortunes to slide further. The situation is particularly dire for those who rely heavily on foreign tourists. Of the 80,000 hotel rooms available in the province, only 3% are still being made available. The Tourism Authority of Thailand will submit Chiang Mai's reopening proposal for the Centre for COVID-19 Situation Administration approval. The province's Sandbox program would limit foreign tourist sightseeing itineraries to sealed routes, which would only take them to pre-approved locations. They would not be permitted to travel independently. Local officials say they would allow their reopening to go ahead if at least 70% of the residents in the 4 districts, about 286,000 people, have been vaccinated by the end of July. Chiang Mai's total population is 1.7 million people. Again, it's hard to understand how some of these guys get jobs doing what they do because it's clear they don't understand tourism and travellers. Who the hell wants to travel from the UK to go to Chiang Mai to be told you can only go here, here, here and here and you can't travel independently and have to do this, this, this and this only and you can't go wherever you want? Don't open up then. It's nonsense. Complete nonsense. And I don't understand this. And just another thing, anyway, they won't be approved for August 1. It's already been said that the Phuket model is going to be studied for 2 to 3 months and then the plan will be to open everywhere else or at least 8 other destinations on October 1. But they're just trying to push their luck. But it's not going to happen. I mean, there's not that many tourists coming to Chiang Mai in August anyway. So, you know, it's another thing. But it's such strange kind of thinking, you know. I mean, to think that people would do that. I mean, I don't know. I just don't get it. But anyway, look, that's their plan. I don't think it would work. What do you think? Do you think it would work? Leave your comments down in the comment box below, please. I'd love to hear what you have to say. The Health Ministry launches a COVID-19 vaccination website for foreigners. Thailand's Public Health Ministry launched a website on Monday afternoon to accept registration in English from foreigners living in Thailand who want to be vaccinated against COVID-19. The www.thailandintervac.com was previously used for diplomatic staff in Thailand to apply for inoculation. Registration is now open to foreigners aged 60 or over and for those with a chronic illness. More information is available on the website. Foreign Affairs Minister Deputy Spokesman Natapanu Napakon said during the daily briefing by the Centre for COVID Situation Administration that foreigners are advised to make an appointment 2 weeks in advance. He added that some hospitals needed extra time to complete the registration process for foreigners. Initially, vaccinations are being scheduled in the Bangkok and Pattaya areas, beginning with Medpark, Vimut, Payatai, 2 hospitals in Bangkok, Bangkok Hospital Pattaya, and a Bangrak Vaccination and Health Centre in Satorn. More will join later. The website is for people who are 60 and over or people who have one of the 7 chronic diseases that they've listed. Now, the website seems to be only open for a few hours each and every day. I think it's from 12 to 3, which is very, very strange. Yeah, 12 to 3 each day. You go on it. You can register, you put in your details. Obviously, if your age is less than 60, it's going to ask you what is your reason for wanting to be vaccinated. So obviously, say for example, you're a fat ass. So you click on over 100 kg and then it goes through. Now, some people have been able to make reservations, others have not. It's kind of been a bit up and down. So the only thing is, and what I can tell by it is that it is open to everybody in the country, but you would have to travel to Bangkok to get your vaccination. So I guess if you could travel, and you really wanted to get it and you're over 60 or you fit into the group of 7 chronic illnesses, you could travel to Bangkok and get your vaccine when you get your date. So that would be okay too, but of course the way they cancel stuff too, you'd need to be very careful with that as well. But it's something. Now in Phuket where I am, they have gone completely silent. They haven't there's been no vaccination for any other foreigner except a work permit holder. They have avoided commenting to the press. They have said nothing. They're just avoiding the whole situation, and it's an absolute disgrace. But that's life here in Thailand. They love and want foreign tourists to come here, but they don't want to take care of the ones that are already here in the country. So kind of a strange one. But anyway, that's life. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating. We are available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.